Alright YouTube, how's it going? Buster here. Normally I do a video on a Sunday. It's snowing and nae bambinos this day, so decided to do a video on this. I picked this up on Wednesday or Thursday, I think. I had an acoustic guitar that I don't really play because I'm a bass player. I didn't really play, and rather than having an expensive acoustic sitting about, I decided I'm going to get a cheaper acoustic and use the money for the expensive acoustic to buy another bass, and I decided to buy this. Now this is a Cort curbow 4. So a wee bit of history about this bass that I read online. Craig Corbett made these guitars in the kind of late 80s, early 90s. And then Cort decided, or he approached Cort or something like that, and he ended up making a production model, and these are the production models. So the serial number of this, it's an 07. But for what I read, the earlier ones, this one's made in Indonesia, the early ones were made in Korea. The serial numbers don't make an iota bit of what you can't tell what year it is with the serial numbers. Don't make any sense on the earlier ones, the Korean ones. Only way to confirm the age of one of these guitars is if you take the neck off or take the pickup out, and at the bottom of the neck, because the neck runs all the way up to the edge of this pickup, it's printed in the bottom of the neck. And so this is November 07. So, and the earlier ones, the earlier Cort ones, there's slight differences in the cavity and the battery box. There's slight differences. Rather than having a door on the back, it's actually got a screw-on plate. So this, made the same factory as Ibanez, but a totally different beast. The only guitar that Ibanez make that is similar to this is the Ibanez Eggrodyne. That's the only one, from what I know. They do different models of the Eggrodyne. Obviously do a cheaper version and they do a high end one. But the Eggrodyne range is the only one that's exactly the same as this. For the reason of the fact of what the body's made out of. And the fretboard. The fretboard's not a wooden fretboard. It's a composite fretboard, and the body's a composite body. The notes here, I'll probably butcher the names, but the body's lutherite, and the neck is, where is it? I should have underlined this. I can't remember what the neck's made out of. The neck, oh, ebonol fretboard. Sorry, ebonol fretboard, lutherite body, and a rock maple neck. It's a 3-piece neck. It's got a nice wee volute here at the back here, which I quite like that. Nice wee skinny neck. The Craig Corbett ones have got a different headstock. Their headstock's more like a Fender headstock. If you look at the profile of a Fender headstock, it kind of does that same shape. So the original Craig one, I don't know if you can see that, but they've got this lip here that goes in. That's the way the original one is. That's the only difference is that the headstock's obviously got backs more like a. It's not got a. It's not cut or anything like that. It's solid, so it's more like a Gibson headstock. What do you call that? I can't remember what you call that now. It's straight out of my head. What do you call that? Aye, one of them. Can't remember what you call that now. But this is solid. This is one piece. It's not got a scarf joint. That's it. I didn't come to me. I'm not doing this video again. I've already done it once and I had to delete it because I made some fuck ups. It's not got a scarf joint, so it's one solid piece of wood. Well, no solid, sorry, 3-piece wood cut and carved. So it's not, the headstock's not separate. What else? Yeah, so there's similarities to the Ibanez, the other Ibanez active bases. The Egradine's the same as this, but is it? I'm trying to remember because I read it a minute ago. No, their active systems, Ibanez active system's different for this, in a certain sense. If you, I'll show you in a minute. So it's got a Bartoloni Mark 1 pickup, the 3-band EQ. So when you've got it on the up position as a selector switch, your up position, that's the pickup going through the 3-band EQ. It's got a midpoint, a wee kind of notch, so that's the bass, that's the mid, it's got a wee click, and that's treble, master volume. So I'll put it on to go through my BH250. I've got a switch on mine that goes from active, passive to active, so up on that is passive, and I'll let you hear what it's like on passive mode. So that's up. So I'll put the bass on. Bass off. So that's bass get back into the midpoint, the wee notch. So I'll put the mid, roll the mid on a wee bit. Mid back into midpoint, back the way. Treble all the way forward. Treble all the way back. So that part, so this whole bit here, find that in any Ibanez or the new active bases anyway, or the active EQ, you'll find that on it. What they don't have is what this has got. So if I flip this part, this is now on active mode on my bass, running through the same EQ system. So that's it. So all these notches, all these are in the middle notch, volume's all the way up through the EQ. Right, that's it. Flick it back into passive mode. That's active mode on the amp. Right, so big difference. So this is it back on active mode, and I flick this switch down. So what that switch does, when you switch it down, it bypasses the EQ system and goes through to the back. There's another EQ system which is called slap depth and overall gain, and there's two wee screws in there that you just adjust to the sound that you want. So then that's the active part of the system. So it's got an active EQ, but then it's got an active system for the pickup for doing slap. I don't think there's any Ibanez that have got that. Not that I can see anyway. I would actually need to see. I don't think the Agrodyne's got it. So you can preset that. But you also go through the active, the passive side. So this is it through the passive side. So these EQs don't work. So these EQs don't work when you've got it on the slap. That's me turning them. Don't work. So that's it on the slap one. That's it. That's the curbow. So it's another option for these if he's wanted to kind of go doing that. It's Mad Malco, obviously he's known, as I mentioned quite a bit on my channel. Me and him are quite kind of pally. And if we get new guitars and stuff, we always message each other and send pictures and stuff. And I hadn't seen his video. When I picked this up, sent him the picture, he went, I've just done an Ibanez with an active system in it. But totally different guitars. As I said, on the up position, this EQ part here is exactly the same as an Ibanez. When you flick it down, it's got an actual slap option. So, Craig Curbow is a slap bass player, and he designed his own bass for doing slap. So when he did his EQ, he's got it set. He can set it for. So he had his set, so he can then, if he's on the passive mode or non-passive mode or EQ mode, do all his finger stuff, and then when he clicks that up, gets into the slap. That's the whole idea. So that's it. Craig Curbow, Curbow 4. Don't know if I say this, but the ones, so you get Curbow custom made guitars, then when Cort took them over, they were slightly different. Not majorly different, slightly different. Just different wee things, and this is obviously the last one, so this is a 4. The kind of 80s, 90s one would be a 40, this would be classed as a 41, because obviously a 4-string 1 pickup, and you get a 42, 4-string 2 pickup, 51, 5-string 1 pickup, etc. But all the active systems the same. I mean, you can get I was looking at a white 2 pickup version of this, but I didn't really fancy the white. I just wanted the 1 pickup, because I'm not going to be gigging with it. I can do slap on my jazz bass and all that. It's not. I just wanted a wee bit extra, because it's a pain that you're doing it with a normal passive bass. Everything needs to be set up here in the amp first before you start. So obviously you get tone print stuff and your bass, mid and treble. You have to set all that before you start playing. Whereas if I set all these at 12, have the volume that I want, have it on passive or active, then I can then mess about with the EQ here rather than having to do it up here. That's the kind of theory behind it. You don't have to mess with your EQ on your bass amp. Some bass amps, all bass amps don't have EQs. So that's all, because the 3 controls are the exact same here. So I've got all them up at 12. But I need to look into it, because now that I'm thinking about it, I think if I have all them up full, then I know I need to read it. I don't know. I need to do it, because this is the kind of first bass I've ever had with an active EQ. So it's cool. I like it. It's got a funky colour. It's like kind of, I don't know. It's like kind of dipped kind of look to it, but also kind of digital camo look as well. It's a cool colour. I love it. Aye, lovely bass, tiny headstock, brilliant for just sitting in front of the telly, messed about me. So aye, normally I do a video on a Sunday, it's snowing, not got my wains, so I thought I'd do this today, and I've got another video I'm going to do tomorrow. So aye, definitely being gears, these are becoming rare, these guitars. Try to find them online, it's crazy, and people are asking crazy money for them. So yeah, brilliant, happy days. So, hope you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.